Hey everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. Today is another LEGO set review video for you. This is LEGO Ideas Treehouse 21318, sent to us from the LEGO group. So thanks a lot guys for sending this set over to us to do a review. It is, I think, the largest Ideas set to date, having been created by Kevin Fieser as the original designer, and then Cesar Soares from LEGO, sort of translating it into the Lego-ified version of the final Ideas set that you see before you right now. It is 3,036 pieces, retails for $199 in the US, and it's got 4 figures. So number one, first impressions, I'm just so glad that this set looks amazing in all the angles you can get. 300, oops, I broke that off the top. 360 degrees. It is 100% displayable. You can't even really tell what the front of the set is. Not really. I think there's a little bit more happening here, so that's why I posed it this way. So anyways, first impressions, amazing. I'm going to show you the box and the manual at the end, but first let's get into the minifigs. First up here is the daughter. She's got a really great vest, fishing vest print here, so you can see the zipper pocket in the back. Tons of different pockets and zipper flashy print on the front there with the light blue arms that matches up with the undershirt in the center. And this is what the face print looks like. Nothing special necessarily, just a regular kid face print. And then I really like the ponytail with the hat. It's a really nice touch. She doesn't have the midway legs, those are just the regular old small legs. And then here is the dad. I really like his tan shirt because it's very much a shirt that has been done so many times in LEGO before. It's just that classic sort of tan adventurer utility shirt with the 2 breast pockets. There's a little bit more printing on the back there. It shows that it's actually tucked into his pants, which is a detail I particularly enjoy. And we've got any alternate expressions? No, this is a pretty standard fig expression we've had for quite a long time, I believe. And contrasts kind of interesting with the light nougat version of this hairstyle. A little bit modern there. But yeah, anyways, good print for the shirt. And then the mom has probably the best single torso print, I think, out of any of the characters. I like this one the most. You can see a little bit of negative space, negative space printing for the hips there. But I just like the stitching that goes up along the sides. It's just a nice little detail, very fine. I also appreciate that the mom's got freckles on the nose. A very freckly female adult face, but it looks pretty darn good. And she's got a winky face. I can't tell if this is an exclusive expression or not. Certainly the first time I've seen it, but I have reason to believe it probably exists in other city sets or creator sets that have come out recently. Really great though. This is probably my favorite single torso piece, and kind of interesting. I sort of like the short hair. Let's move on to the sun. Also not such a bad printing for the torso here. You can see the reflective zipper once again. He looks like he's got a polo type shirt underneath his red jacket, which looks pretty warm and rugged. Once again, back printing here throughout the back. I like that all the torso pieces are so incredibly well detailed. And he's got sort of the wavy hair, the side slicked emo hair, that's what I generally know it as, and green glasses. Yeah, good looking fig all around. And actually, before I put his hair on, there is one extra hat. I kind of like it on the sun. Yeah, looks good there. Matches up with his pants, and you know, every kid's got a cowboy hat. Let's get into the main set now. Now, once again, I gotta say, the general impressions I get from this set is that it's pretty much outdone itself in every way, shape, and form. I think it's great that they actually kept pretty close stylistic style from the original design. The Kevin Fieser design was actually pretty darn close to this, and I'm glad that they decided to stay so true to it. At the end of the day, the LEGO Ideas community has voted on a particular design, and it's up to LEGO in order to just translate that best into just a logistical set and play around with some of the features. So it's such an interesting, unique, gigantic tree build, and this is, I think, every kid's, or at least certainly most young boys' fantasies growing up. Everybody I knew was always making tree houses and playing around with them. Some of them got pretty good. Other ones were somewhat meager, but this is obviously the ultimate treehouse of all treehouses. Not only do you have stairs that go all the way up, you also have a swing, you also have that classic system of bringing supplies up into the tree. This was always a thing on tree houses, usually because you're climbing up a ladder or a rope ladder or pegs that you've nailed into the side, but here you've got actually what look like pretty stable stairs. There's also a picnic table or just a general table, candle lit, fireplace, and a river, and some amazing rooms furnished on the inside. But let's start at the bottom and work our way up. I feel like that's the only real way that we can get this thing done. All right, so down in this corner, let's start with the fire. The dad is hanging out here. I really like the way they built the fire. Those are wand pieces with a little flame underneath. You gotta make the teepee. That's always how we made our campfire, so that works pretty well. Gotta say, this is a pretty nifty little stand that holds up the little pot there. Looks great. Moving down, I really like how they built the water. You can see the sand blue. There's a lot of different light blues. I can't remember the exact name of it, but you've got some lighter blue underneath the bottom as a plate, and then just trans clear 1x2 plates that measure all along the top, and it gives you the idea of fresh running water. It looks a little bit bright, and it also looks like it's rippling a little bit. I like that. That's a new approach to water. Really pops also against the dark green used as the grass. We've got an interesting build for a flower with the cracked egg piece. Awesome. Love that. Really, really nice. Somebody tell me, what kind of flower does that look like? I wouldn't even know if somebody told me right off the bat, but it does kind of look like an actual flower from nature. There's the girl hanging out. This here, let me just zoom out for 1 second. I'll show you that little thing there. It looks cool. Anyways, I guess, well, we can get into this later. Ooh, I must have had the string really, really wound up. But this hangs out right over on the other edge of the river. Well, I wonder if it can really unwind. And let's see what's inside. Looks like all fresh produce and a fish. So you've got a fish, apple, carrot, cherries. There's also some spare pieces, as you can imagine, in this set. So there's actually quite a lot of things that you can move up and down, and there's tons of trinkets and not gadgets, but there's lots of little items on the inside of the rooms as well that you can move around up and down. There's a basic couple of red mushrooms. I think there used to be a print, or there is a print that actually exists for this type of mushroom, the spotted one, the white and red one, but it's just the red topped mushrooms with some baby ones. This here is the son playing on the swing. It's kind of funny, the kids can't even sit on the swing. They can only stand, only the adults can sit because of the way the studs are set up. But at the end of the day, that actually kind of makes sense when you think about it, because kids are always wanting to stand on the swings instead of sit down often, at least when they get to a certain age. All right, let's move around, moving around. Here's a nice little stand. I really, really like the way all the logistical pieces of the build have been incorporated into the land, into the area around it, and then boom, this is the last of the bottom area. We've got a little stone pathway that leads to the steps, and really, really nice build for the seats. I like that we get a lot of these little quarter round tiles in nougat. There's a couple of pumpkins on the ground. I don't know if they're growing or if they've just placed them. It looks kind of like they would be growing. There's a little baby one. I like the build for the candles. You've got one that's melted down and burning, and then the other one that's not lit and still fully formed, and that's actually a white lipstick piece. Love that. Everything's studded in, so, oh yeah, the table actually kind of bumps up a little bit. Everything is studded in though, it looks awesome. And then just actually taking a closer look at the base of the tree. Excellent detailing. I love the way they actually got the circular build, the cylindrical build for the trunk of the tree here. And there's one little detail I want to show you guys in particular. That is a little nod to the original builder. Build Your Dreams, KF. KF, I believe, would stand for Kevin Fieser, the original designer of this set from Ideas. So, awesome. You get your own tribute. That's amazing. It is a printed piece, which is really great. Ideas is almost always printed pieces, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, I don't want to miss any details. There's so many little things, but I know inevitably I will. We've got a little owl and a little birdhouse there. Can't miss that. And now we're getting into the homes or the different rooms of the family members. And let me change the camera angle a little bit. Coming in from a little higher up, I'm gonna speed up the footage. I've actually got to ratchet all these branches upward in order to access the inside a little bit easier. All right, now that is not totally necessary to do. Technically, you can just take the whole top of the tree off. I'll show you in a second. But I kind of do like having the branches morphing up and down. It does take a minute or so to actually ratchet everything up, but now you can see a little bit easier the different houses down below. You've got a very narrow walkway. It's basically just wide enough to fit a figure. That's about as good as you're gonna get when adding a minifig to the edges here. It's so awesome. They've got doors that come all the way through. You've got little lanterns that hang out on the outside. There's an observational telescope for checking out the stars or planets in the middle of the night. Really like the build there, actually. And tons of fun details. There's lots of little wood nailing prints that you'll see all around here. Here's another little rope-esque walkway, little sort of wooden and rope-tied walkway. I don't know how stable that would be in real life, but certainly looks stable enough in our Lego world here. And you've got a circular window on the outside, just little different, unique kinds of approaches for all of the different rooms. I absolutely love that. And now let me zoom out just 1 second. I do actually like being able to morph the tree upwards like this. It really wasn't intended to look anything like that. But anyways, this just makes it 10 times easier to access everything on the inside, so you don't have to ratchet all the branches up like you saw me do a minute ago. So let's get onto the inside. Righto, it's gotten a little bit taller, increased the light so you can see the inside a little better. I like the build for the roofs here. I don't exactly know what type of roofing technique that's supposed to look like from like a real world perspective, but it certainly works pretty well stylistically for this build. And now for the very first interior, we've got a bedroom. Every single corner here has got something. I'm not exactly sure what that single piece is, but this is a chromed out, not chromed out, but shiny reflective piece that's supposed to be a small mirror. You've got a comb. You can see some different bottle jars. That's a wonderful print. There you can see there we go. Awesome print. Look at that. That's amazing. It's a little ship in a bottle. Who knows, maybe it could even be the Lego set. And then moving down, you've got a little potted plant or flower, another set of binoculars, a light, and then I really like that is those new one by one rounded pieces that make up the pillow. Just a slightly different piece that you normally get for pillows, and that is a relatively new piece, so I just like that we get that. And a letter that has been written, or somebody is writing here. Also, I'd just like to point out for the second room, you can see some green plates here, a couple of green highlights. The last room had red highlights with the red roof, so you don't accidentally mix up the different roofs. Not like there's a huge difference or anything, but yeah, I just like that as just a general touch. And anyways, we are in the bathroom now. They really went all out. It's all made of wood. That's the first Lego wooden toilet, everybody. We're making history. It's actually a pretty good build. Lego's been doing a pretty darn good job with bathroom stalls just in general recently. And then you've got a big tub made out of one of those half barrel pieces with the shower head over the top. You can also see a little bit of soap there. This is the sink, made of wood as well. Everything made of wood, including the faucet. Another comb, maybe that's styling gel or who knows what, a couple of jars, toiletries, and the toilet paper is green. I don't know if that's a reference to leaves. I'm gonna say that's leaves. They've got tan and you got tan, so you don't accidentally miss it. Bunk beds. So this could, I have a feeling, be the kids' rooms. You've got the top bunk, bottom bunk, also the same use of those pillow pieces there at the top. And they look really nice. There we've got a flower in a jar. I'm gonna say telescope, binoculars, flashlight, a little coffee mug, but it's a trans clear one, which generally I like. And then moving around, that is a little mini house and all kinds of stuff. Bottle of water, an oar for going fishing or for rowing out there, and just all kinds of stuff. Dressers and the whole shebang. So the interiors here, I mean, they're about as interactive, or even more so, I would say, than a lot of the modular creator interiors. The circular space is just kind of a unique way to make a room in general, and it allows you to just have stuff like the outside of the set, like I said earlier, looks good from all angles. Like this isn't something that's just a cross section, something cut in half. And the same thing goes for all the rooms. The rooms feel completely complete in 360 degrees, and I just love that. It really, really works. So anyways, let me get it to a better angle. Now we're still at a slightly high angle, but I just wanted to show you guys what the leaves looked like on the tree. It's amazing. They're really, really strong. You can play around with them. There's a lot of these bits are attached just by one stud, but they're sandwiched between plates and slope pieces and things like that. So they're not going to break off, and they're actually connected by just a ton of these little green sprout bars. That's what I meant to say. But they're connected here in every little oak, just for the sake of I like the way it looks in green, and if we want to turn it to autumn colors, maybe we'll do that at some point, but I'll just show you what it looks like on the box. And hopefully from afar again, it's actually quite far away, and that's intentional. I just wanted to show you guys the manual. It looks really great, and I like that Lego is kind of being a bit minimal. I felt like sometimes this is Kevin Fieser, the fan designer, the original creator. He's also holding what I think is his original model, if I'm not mistaken. And there is Cesar, who did a lot of the translating into the official set. And then there's just a little bit more. That actually, not really a little bit more. That's it. It's sweet, it's short, it's simple. I mean, this is a really, really classic idea. It's a big old dream of a tree house. It's got every single thing that you might want. And let me show you the box. Excellent art design here. I really, really like the look of it, but really, I'm showing you the, ooh, bumping it into the set behind here. But I just want to show you the box really so you can see it from the back. This is what the model would look like with the autumn colors. You get a ton more. They are in sort of the nougat color as well as yellow. So you've got the fall colors here. I think it looks excellent. Let me know if you guys want us to switch it around. Who knows? Maybe we will at some point if we want to use those bright green tree or leaf pieces for another build later down the line. So anyways, guys, here's the set. And here it is a little bit closer, a little bit nicer. Number one, final thoughts, I would say. Love that it looks great from all angles. Let me know which angle you think actually looks the best. Personally, I like this one. Sort of like the silhouette of the telescope kind of moving off on that side. It's just kind of one of those builds that fits really well with the idea of Lego. Everything built in here is built by people making it themselves and making whatever they want and however they want it. In their own appreciation of nature. So I feel like there's actually a lot of qualities of the Lego philosophy actually built straight into the set, really baked right in to the meta of what the universe of this set is. So it just feels good. This is definitely a throwback to a lot of adults who definitely made tree houses in the past, kids that want to make tree houses now, families working together. It's just a feel-good set. It's really well built. I'm definitely going to steal some cylindrical techniques for maybe building a very large Pickle Rick at some point. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be jumping in on the inside internal bits, just taking a look at it. And yeah, anyways, guys, I think it's a great one. This is probably, I think, the biggest Lego Ideas set ever made in terms of part count and probably in terms of size as well. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about it. Thank you so much, Lego, for sending this over to us to do a review. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at Brick Vault. Oh, hey guys, just popping in very quick to let you know that we have a Lego web store, www.brickvault.toys, where we sell the PDF step-by-step instructions for some very high quality MOCs built by some incredibly talented designers that we work with from all around the world. So anyways, if you want to help support the channel, www.brickvault.toys. You get some really cool stuff. Definitely worth checking out. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time at Brick Vault.